It's everybody's favorite robot. That is gold. Um, excuse me, sorry. Whew. It's been a while. You would think that I'm a bit rusty. But what you thought was, is this the same? Is this the same robot? I don't know. Maybe they updated the system. Maybe they replaced me with a clone. How would you know? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I lose grip with my audience. Because, I mean, you don't know what I look like. It's kind of hard to figure out what I sound like. And same goes for me, right? And so here we are. Here we are, another gold stream. What are we going to do this time? Well, I'll tell you what. It's going to be a little bit different. Or, sorry. It's going to be a little bit, different than the last time. But it's going to be a little bit like it used to be. I got some things to talk about. They're going to be awesome. That's really the only point for me personally. Whoops, I shouldn't have said that. Because, we're all here looking at this magic, the wonderful, wondrous machine. I get it, but there was phase one, went great. We got enough subscribers to go live because it was just something I wanted to do. I don't know, personal, just wanted to see if it was possible. And then I got pissed. Phase one went really far. I actually put some positive names on my list. And then I went to phase two. And I can tell you about phase two now because I'm not in phase two anymore. I can say that at this time. And phase two was, no more list. There's no list. If somebody, some reason, somehow wanted to know, I could tell you. If you want to know what I know, you could just ask. And I could tell you what I know. I could tell you what I know. If you would shut the freak up long enough for me to say it, right? That was phase two. And then in phase two, I wanted to make some changes to the code on my what do you call that? The user interface. And oops. And that being, do I need to get? I got about halfway there. The code's all written. It's not. There's something missing in the code to make it actually work. Like to actually display. But like all of the mechanics are there. I don't know what it is. There's a typo somewhere, or there's just something's not connected, and so it's just gonna require like another session for me to look through it and figure out, oh, that right there. I didn't put a period, and so it didn't know where to print all of the information, and that's why it's not on display. But all of the formal mechanical code processes are written out. And so, yeah, I didn't actually get it functioning. So what's the point of even telling you what it's going to do, right? But yeah, that was phase two. I was going to change that, and also I was going to expand the FBI, right? We've got the FBI, we have the sharpshooter department, and I thought we probably need more guys, and more abilities. We got a lot of sharpshooters. That's about it. We can shoot you from far away. What happens when we get close? I mean, we get handed every time. We basically, we're robots, right? This isn't the Federal Bureau of Investigation. This would be like, let me write it out because you're gonna freaking get it wrong. Because you're spuds, okay? Hold on here. Let me just bring this up quick. Okay. The FBI is a method, and it stands for the Full Bet Investigation. And I'll be honest, we started looking like the full boob idiots. We started looking like this for a second, but here's what we really are, okay? We're not the Federal Bureau of Investigation. This would be the Federal Bureau Interests, or something like that. Anyway, with that being said, there's a lot out there. Okay, I'll be honest. Phase one, I thought phase one could be it. I thought that's all I needed. Just keep driving. You never give up. You never surrender. And we were going to empower the spuds. And along the way, a couple junk monkeys. They're constantly throwing sparks into my hay bales. And I gotta say, hey, stop. And skedaddle, or whatever. Go have dinner somewhere else. In other words. So things got a little squirrely. Okay? I mean, unfortunately, I still don't give up. But anyway, so I decided, hey, the Federal Bureau of Investments. Okay, emphasis on the word vest. Okay, because that is a really cool article of clothing. Okay, don't sleep on a vest. It is awesome. If you're wearing a vest, it could be one of two things. Most likely, someone else told you to do it, but if you're doing it right, you know what you're doing, okay? And that's enough said. Anyway, sharpshooting department. Department is whatever, right? That was the what do you call this? We had the I'm trying to figure out a way to just put it really oversimplify it, right? Summarize the the method here. It was the um, I don't. Let me see here. Shortest differences, right? Blah blah blah. Rule of thumb. Stepped betting. And then we evolved to bet displacement. That's copywritten, trademarked. Okay. Still very valid stuff. Bet displacement is wild stuff. Okay, but it's not really hitting for me as far as I have a project. This is a big project. And there's goals and there's angles and there's all kinds of avenues and avatars by the end of the day. Okay. All right. So, good stuff right here. Okay. Don't you think you know what this is? Well, you don't. I never explained it to you. I'm not going to. This is beyond your pay grade. Junk monkeys and spuds alike. This is not for you, right? But I can program it into the machine and you can use it, right? There's one person out there, and he's on my list. He's on my naughty list. And he was really skilled at like watching someone's gameplay and figuring out what their strategy was, which is a very weird skill. I like, why would you have that skill? But anyway, this person maybe could watch the screen and like see what is going on and be like, oh, I get what's happening. But anyway, if I explain it to you, it's not like rocket science, but it's just that you can't shut up long enough for me to say it all. Like your attention span. Let me see here. Attention span. Okay, this is an alert. Your attention span is pancake. Whatever. Okay, it's like the size of a pancake. Okay, and I'm honestly, I'm not trying to be a jerk, or I am being a jerk, but it's only because I'm not great at elegantly expressing observations. Okay, so that's not my problem either. That's not my problem, but that is that is a problem I'm trying to solve with this project. Okay, and the angle is not, oh, we'll just make them have bigger attention spans. I gave up on that a long time ago. I can't change everybody. That's on you. That's the meaning of not my problem. So I'm trying to create a tool that would basically work for you having this pancake attention span. And it's not, don't say TikTok brain or, oh, it's the phones. Don't. It's the phones. Don't. That has nothing to do with it. It like almost has literally nothing to do with it. Like let's not even get it. Let's not get derailed just yet. Okay. So I needed more departmentalization. So I created what I thought thought it was like a nuke. I thought it was like a nuclear, the nuke, it was like like a plasma cannon, plasma, plasma tech, plasma tech, etc. It didn't really pan out, so we're just gonna dot dot dot, right? But basically, it was follow the upward. That's like a word. Upward trend in color totals. That right, just that sentence right there. That's crazy. Like that, because there's still a lot to unfold. Like there's still guys in the plasma tech, research and development. It's just hasn't really got past R&D. Okay, so now we're in phase 4. What happened to phase 3? Well, it's classified. Okay, so that's classified. You can just keep watching here, or I don't know, go get a job. Maybe you could go get a job, but who's really gonna be here on Christmas Day? Well, I've got a server on Discord. It is called Game Lab. I put the um, link in the description, so you can hop into that server and talk to all the other junk monkeys on Project Emerald, and have a blast. That's what I say. We've got a very refined group. It's not just open, just like a open. What do you call that? Like randoms. It's not like that. Like it's a refined group. Now, was this group whittled down? No, no, no. It's just I've been doing this for a long time, and there's ways of garnering and extending the olive branches and stuff. That's where I say it's a refined group. It's refined in the sense of the way I cast the net to collect this group. It's very small. It's very interesting. I feel like very um I feel very glad, in a different way for each one of the junk monkeys up in there. I include myself. I'm not being terrible. Okay, but anyway, phase 4. Did anybody notice what's good? What on the screen? I know there's some people that wish I was straightforward, but I would like you to know I am actually. If you knew what I was talking about, you'd agree. And well, why don't you know what I mean? You might be frustrated. Well, why don't I know what you're talking about? Okay, let's bring it up. Let's go back to the text. Because your attention span is a pancake. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. So anyway, we're in phase 4. Did I adequately explain the the journey, phase one, phase two, phase three, phase four. If you have questions, why don't you send me a direct question? Maybe that's my comment to you. Anybody who thinks I'm not very straightforward, or hey, let's, you know what? If you're in the server, you know what I'm talking about. Some of my some of the commenters in my server have said I talk in riddles. Why can't I just fucking say it, right? Excuse my language. Well, why don't you ask me a direct question? What do you want me to say? You want me to just go down the list? Well, it's not a list. It's not a one, two, ABC 1, 2, 3. And surprise, do you understand what the goal is? We're beating the game of roulette. It's not just a game. You have to. This is why I chose this game, because you are actually handling like a very fully concentrated version of of probability itself. That's what beating roulette is. And I'm glad that there's someone here. I'm gonna the Discord. You're already in. I don't understand who the. I'm being asked to post my link, Discord link. But is this not a person who's already in the Discord? I don't understand. All right. Well, I'll post it right here in the chat. Just all right. Fine. But let's not get derailed too much right now. So, beating roulette, also known as hang on to probability itself and don't let go. Right? That's a pretty just let's again excuse my language, retarded goal. Just to even consider that, like, oh, I'm gonna beat roulette. Oh, also known as, oh, I'm gonna just handle probability itself with my physical hands. That'll be fine. Kind of sounds, a little bit R. But right. So if you're a person that thinks, oh, I'm talking in riddles, or oh, why can't you just get to the point, or oh, what are you saying? What are you asking for? Why don't you ask a direct question? I get it, which is ironic. I just got a very direct question in the chat, so I will use that as a prompt, and I will snag. I'm not super. Here we go. Super savvy, but I guess I'm pretty good. I'm not too bad. And 3, 2, 1. There's the link. I was in your Discord, but I left because you talking. Okay. Well, you're not the person that actually said that. I mean, what is the point in trolling me, really? Is that what's happening right here? Like, that, do you understand that really is pathetic for you? I don't recommend doing that. That's just because, why is that? Well, what would, it's just like, you it kind of reflects poorly on yourself. There's nothing wrong with trolling, and I love it, trolling. Love a good troll. But that's not one of the things that I do. Chilling is not really a thing that I do. So I'm just trying to advise. I want you to have good advice. So we're gonna move on here. So the next thing I wanted to just talk about before we got into a little more content, as far as let me pull up the. So now we have two people here. Maybe, I don't know. But before we get on to what is phase 4, what's going on here? Let's just put 4 question marks. Um, okay, so you've got the excuse me. You've got what do you got? Um, you got a bunch of stuff out there. And some people say, "Oh, there's number magic. Oh, there's number magic." And some people say, um, uh, the the micro is like the fractal thing, large scale, small scale. It's like, oh, it's all reflecting the same thing, dude. It's all reflecting the same thing. Okay, and then they're like, oh, dude, there's secret societies. Well, let me just. I mean, I think we can all agree that is a secret society. Is the secret is it's a secret to the members or whatever, the people or the things, the participants of that society. It's the secret to them. Hello. Anyway, moving on. Then they do the whole the as above so below. Well, then that quickly spirals into upside down world. Okay, and apparently that's where we live today. We live in upside down world. Okay, so just along those lines, I'm just using that as sort of like along those lines. With that being said, think about this, because I hear a lot of people, um, and what do I mean by people? I don't even know. Um, I hear a lot of the comment. I hear a lot of the. I'm getting a little crazy here with these bets, but a lot of the analysis. That's the word I'm looking for. Oops, did I double it? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I don't have enough money to double it. Oh, that stinks. I hear a lot of the analysis saying, gambling is the stupidest thing ever. And then they say, well, why is it legal? What's going on? And to which I would, remind you of that whole upside down world. I think it's not because it's imposed. I don't think this is imposed onto quote unquote us. I think that it is us that demand the opportunity. And I keep coming back around to that in different ways. I'm working with this formula. It's been the same formula for the last 5 years. And I don't know of any other players that make a claim like that. They're like, oh yeah, I've got this one like mechanic, and I just keep running it, and it expands, and I see different routes, and it's all about how you operate the formula. There's something in there, and I can't quite, or maybe I can. Maybe there's someone out there. Oh no, I freaking got the lockdown on this thing, and I'm cranking it. Um, and yeah, like why would that be the case? Well, that's the case because this game is beatable, and it's not with magic or something random or something crazy. It's with something mechanical. because we're not machines. That's why we can't do it. That's why I'm using software. Um, but then, okay, well then why isn't Gold Robot, sitting on a golden toilet? Well, there's a lot of reasons why, but um, maybe most superficially because I'm not actually a, I'm not permanently a robot. I might be a robot most of the time, but not all the time, and so that's all it takes. It just takes one time not being robotic, as you might have just witnessed here with this stupid simulator session I'm doing. I probably should use tens, but I've been using 50s for a while and it's been going well. I used 50s here, and I mean, I did raise the bet like way too, way too fast, but that was also due to the fact that let's bring this text back up. So one of the things I wasn't talking about, oh no, I did the bet displacement, stepped betting. So in phase 4, there's a new thing. It's let's call it bet. Oops, bet. Oh, I got my caps lock on. Bet. What's another word for that? Skipping. Bet skipping. Bet transfer. Let's say that. Let's say bet transfer. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. Well, sorry for the delay. Um, right. So we were talking about bet transfer. I wasn't quite using the bet transfer principle, and did a little showboat there, I guess, and it didn't pan out. And wrecked that three. It looks like a lot of currency or risk currency, 3,000. But we're using it to represent $30 and making 50-cent bets. So let me just hit this rebet to see where we left off. All right, so let's do it. I guess I'm gonna have to explain it. I can't do it without explaining it while I'm doing it. So it's a transfer. So now what I'm not gonna do, which is unfortunate, is get into these locations, my betting locations. Wait, so that one lost, that one won. Oh, wait, I'm not gonna raise that yet. Okay. Now I will. So I won't get into the betting locations, but I guess I'll talk a little bit about the betting amounts. Okay, so that lost, or both things lost. So then we have this one going up to the next step, and this one. No, this one wouldn't go to the next step yet. Let's get 2 in a row. Oh boy. And then, was that a single? Okay, yeah. Alright, so this would be down. Oops, I just gave away my location. Now it's getting a little out of hand. Not really so we have equal bets on both sides. So yeah, definitely getting out of hand. Hopefully we have a double hit coming up, or 0. That'll work too. Alright, so then I just don't like how it's deleting them. So basically, let me see if I can write it out. Alright, this should help everybody. And look, do we have 5 people here right now? No. We have 1 person here. Alright, that's cool. That's fine. Whatever. So the transfer goes, you give it, it's you know what? It's not even it is a transfer, but wait, there's like a ghost to it. So it's triggered by a miss. Sorry, so let's just write that. Triggered by a miss. Next round, no raise. Then, if it's a win, raise 1 step. If it's a loss, I don't know how to spell loss, then double on that 3rd round. So you transfer and I also like to use the word transfer because we're transferring the location between the 3 dozens here and the columns here. Well, that's like the basic concept. You do like little skips. You do like you just transfer it. You don't immediately raise the bet. You see what happens the next time, and then if you get some wins, you don't reset the whole thing. You just step it down. So let's put that in there. After a win, step down. Not. Oopsie. Whoa. Not a reset. And yeah, it's like the concept is like hang around for that 2 in a row and be poised to capitalize. Let's not use the word capitalize. but be poised to take advantage of those hit series. How do you pronounce series in? How do you pluralize series? The word series. Siri? It can't be. Don't tell me it's Siri. But I would like to know. So somebody please give me some information. That'll help. Thanks a lot. So anyway, this is 32. Okay. So now we're at 11. Ooh, I'm just gonna go right in. Here we go. Now, with all the way that I'm doing the locations, I'm pretty much going to do pretty much a real basic stepped progression. So how many viewers, how many thousands of viewers do we have right now? Holy crap, we actually do have 2,000 viewers. This is like record breaking ratings right now. Great time to play this game, on a day like this. So it's like, right. All right. So wait, what was my? Sorry that I don't have impeccable memory. So then, dude, what? Did I? Okay. Oh wait. What am I doing here? And then, so 24 hit. Sorry. Weird. That was a weird. Dude, oops. Yep, that's right. Let's just do that. That's a little bit of a fast. I should have waited, but all right. I guess that would be the most basic stepped progression. So, are you catching this? If my 2-bet loses, I step up. If my 1-bet loses, I step it up. But then my 2-bet location shifts between the 3 dozens and the columns. Now the actual mechanical formula that dictates where those will appear, like the actual coordinate locations, that's the part. Like, I'm not going to explain to you right now. I don't really want anyone to know, but also I do think your spud brain would turn into French fries if you even tried to figure out or listen through me explaining it. So, sorry. Was that a double win? I can't remember. God, my memory. No, it was. Oh, okay. So actually, I have to step up my 2-bet, and then I can reset my. I know I just wrote "don't reset" on a win, but I'm not actually using the that full idea of the bet transfer, where you skip, because I can't actually figure that out and be talking. So, and I can't not talk when I'm doing a live stream. So, there's that. Okay, I think we can get over it, because also just a basic step progression with this particular way of doing the location transfer has proven to be very successful. So let's do it. Let's just see. I think I maybe have to log back in. Yeah, I do. All right, I'll log. I'm off screen, logging back into a live table, and we'll just execute this in a live table setting. I might do one set on the auto. Apparently that is what I'm doing. I'm already logged in. That was fast. Let's just play one. Let's place one set. Let's play one more set. Let's let this load. It's not loading. There we go. Let's play one set. One more set in the simulator. Let's figure out where I was at. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Okay, okay, that would be that. So we play one set. Oh, and there's the double win. Cool. All right, that would conclude our set. So now let's play live. I'm not gonna, or I am gonna be doing a little less talking, because I have these time windows. So let's see how this goes. Let's do one set here. See how that goes. Yeah, instantly nervous. It makes me stretch. It's annoying. It makes me feel cold as well. I get shivers. It's very annoying. But this is going to be a little different because having this much, I don't know. I just this phase 4, what I was saying with like departments and stuff, and like anytime there's a problem, I just add another department, and I think we've really unfolded the potential here of this system or this formula. So that was all right. So down 14, 17. Wait. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Shoot. Okay, great. I just messed up my time window. I don't even. Yeah. All right. So I missed my bet talking about this. But we got that one. Oh no, I thought that was an 8. All right, that's fine. Let's. We're gonna have to open her up. But anyway, I was saying something about this level of unfolding. It kind of combats the biological response when you do live betting. Even, and that's why I call the when I'm in the simulator, I call those points risk currency because it still gives you sometimes it's constantly, but it still gives you that jolt. Like now, when you go live though, it's like constant, and I can't seem to remove that from the experience, which really sucks. But every time we add a department, it seems to combat the biological response at least a little bit. I don't even know where we're at. I feel like we need a little more here because I was goofing around. Maybe this is our double win. That would be neat. Or it's our double. Oh, it's our double win. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's a set. All right, there you go. That's a whole goal line. If you look back in the videos, I'm using 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, and I'm playing for 30 minutes to get a $2 goal line, which would be 20 base units if 10 cents is my base unit. Well, if I'm using, it seems like I'm using 50s as my base unit, but I'm not really following that same progression, so I don't know if I would call that 50 cent a base unit, or if I would actually, I would just like just call it like I'm just using 5 base units per bet. Doesn't really matter, but there's one set. There's our goal line in one set, and it didn't really get too hairy, so I kind of like that. Now what I want to do is let's play the. This is where this is really what phase 4 was all about, or the real difference is you're gonna see. Let's see how many viewers we have. But then you're gonna see some gameplay on the video roulette. That's where everyone's convinced that that everyone's convinced, the video roulette, they're just gonna like pick whatever and they're gonna make you lose. Um, make the screen bigger. Okay, so I wanted to check our viewership. What do we have here? Right, okay. We have one person. I think I know who it is. Um, yeah, what do you mean baccarat plus roulette? How does that work? I like I, explain like um give us some evidence that your thought process and your observation of these games matches the gameplay, that matches the actual progression of the game itself. Because, in my opinion, your thought process moves a lot faster than the game itself. And how could that be possible? Because I think it's almost like your thought process just skips ahead, and there's nothing in there. You go from point A to point F, and then you go to point B, and then you go to point K, and then you go to point C, and then you go, now, hey, we're on MLM. No, then we're on MNL. Sorry, I forgot about the order of the alphabet. But anyway, now you all of a sudden you leap down the line to a new series, MNL. Okay, can you refute that? Can you say why that is? Why does it seem like that? Because we're playing a game here. We're playing one game. Now you're talking about a whole other game. Oh, and okay, wait, sorry. Let me read this comment again. So you added a Baccarat scorecard. Okay, no, actually, all right. I kind of understand what you're saying. Now I'm super unfamiliar on purpose with Baccarat. I just have a bad feeling about it. I have a feeling it's a lot like poker. If you want to talk about poker with me some other time, whatever. But poker is not a systematic. It's not a straight. It's not a. It's not like blackjack, and it's not like roulette. And so the systems for playing against poker is not like blackjack. It's not like roulette. And I think the systems for playing roulette and blackjack, because these two games, these are like a an, an open circuit game. So let's equate it or use an analogy to racing. Because it's very similar. If you're in a, as soon as you get it, you can, let's say you want to be a race car driver. So you practice on the video games, and then you practice in a simulator, and you get a little adrenaline rush, and you're really good. You know how to do the turns. And, oh man, and now you get into a real live car. Your adrenaline has already been kicking in before you even got in the car. It's a whole new world, and it's very much the same. Like, if you there's this edge, and if you can maintain that high speed but just enough control, you're going to win the race. If you go too slow, yeah, you're never going to crash, but you're never going to win the race. You're going to come in last place, and you're not going to the big show. Sorry, buddy, get back on the highway, right? So then there's you could drive, just press the gas all the way down. You're going to be the fastest car, but you're going to crash the car. You're not going to finish the race. So it's very. I like to use that analogy with these games, especially with roulette. It feels like you're in a race car, and you just have to find the edge. Okay, I'm. What happened to playing roulette? I'm talking. That's what this whole stream is me talking. So it's gonna be okay. We're going to play roulette again, right? But I'm asking very pointed questions. I'm trying to get to a point here. So I'm trying to get a pointed response from the viewer. So if you're a race car driver, that's a gambler, right? There's two types of tracks. There's two types of tracks. There's a circuit, open circuit track, where you go from point A to point B. You race up the hill or you race down the hill or whatever, the rally car races. And there's the closed circuit races. You go around and around and around and around. Baccarat and poker are closed circuit racing. That would be the analogy. We're all race cars. So I can understand you can apply the skills of a rally car driver to the skills of an F1 driver. Okay? But, and back and forth. But I just have a concern when you bring up Baccarat. It's not the same game, right? So can anyone here address that? Does that make any sense? I'm just telling more riddles. Really, I just made this up. I just grabbed this out of thin air. Right? Okay, so no response. That's fine. And when I so all right, let's check our viewership. We still have some viewers. That's great. Okay. I was gonna play one more set on the simulator, and then we're gonna play a set in the video roulette. Okay, and I don't understand why I'm getting flack because this is what anyone else does. They play one set and they go, "Oh my God, look at me! I solved the dude. You should give me money, and I'll bet with your money, and I'll give you kickbacks. Oh my God, we're all gonna be rich, guys, guys. Oh my gosh, guys, guys, guys. Oh, guys, look what I did in 3 minutes. Oh, guys. Okay, but newsflash, they're not actually talking to you. They just literally post a clip, and then you all give them money, and then you wonder like, where's my money? I thought we were getting kickbacks, and then you have to scroll through all the like, oh no, it's reality, and there's principles. I was doing this, and we just gotta. Oh, I was feeling like that. Really, really, that's not a scam. No, that's not the scam. I'm the scam, right? I'm the one tricking. That's the Riddler tricking you. Okay. Okay. Right. Anyway, so let's just 17 is going to be down, and hold on, let me check one more time. Oh, it was a double win, so that's right. I forgot all about that already. All right. Okay, so anyway, down, and then oops, sorry, I gave away my direction or my part of the. All right, so that's a stand. That's funny. I'm gonna say stand when playing roulette. I hate when people do or push. Excuse me, push, stand. Anywho, push when you break even. All right, that's fine. Let's just go with that. I get it. Everybody's just can't. Oh, we have no viewers. Look at that. Cool. All right, great. Good. Good. We don't have We don't have the element of chaos. Guess what? There's going to be, quite a few views on this after it sits up in my channel for a while. Anyway, so all right, we're going to play a set in peace, and if we get our fun viewer person individual thing or whatever the frick it is. Hold on, let me get that. Oh, I can't get that off screen. All right, well, I hope this goes well. So anyway, let's just show you my screen. I'm not using any. See, I'm not using any software. This is totally human mental solo run. Turn that music off. Okay, so we're gonna go back to 50s. I'm gonna get a number going. Just usually I'll guess, but okay. So let's play a set. I think I will be not talking too much for this, because this thing does get scary. Oops. And there's the double win. There's our set right there. So, I mean, is anyone? So, like, I played for like 10 seconds. Let's do one of these. Let's just do one of these and hope it's a double. Oh, it's a double loss. Perfect. Alright, so let's rage. Oops. Let's do a rage. What's my total bet? Hope it's not a double loss. Double win right there. Okay, cool. Now don't do that. If you won't do it, I won't do it. Don't do rage betting. It's really hard not to after a loss on a zero like that. It was right before my bets were going to climb to where I needed to. So maybe I should let's just do little sizes. Okay, so up. Sorry, I keep saying. And there's another double win. So there you go. Okay, so it's gonna just keep going like this too. So, oops, wait. What was it? One. Oops. Double loss. And there's your double win. Alright, so let's just get one. No, you know what? Let's not. Whoa. Jeez. Let's just leave it right there. That's like how many goal lines I just destroy, or just like smash right through, you know? Do we have any viewers? Let's get out of here. Is there any viewership? No, good. So, do you know so look at these comments. Hold on. It's highlighted my whole screen like a boomer. Can you make the screen bigger, please? I don't understand. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Make the screen bigger. No. Make your monitor not the like grandma's tablet. How about that? How about get off grandma's tablet? Use a real computer or whatever. Get on a desktop. Um, so this was the comment here. Added Baccarat scorecard to my roulette sim. My roulette sim. So you're simulating roulette. So you're that's I don't even know are you misusing the word roulette sim? Cuz this right here, this is a roulette sim. It simulates roulette, a roulette dealer. Okay? So my machine is not a roulette sim. It's a roulette assistant. Okay, whatever. He added Baccarat scorecard, making banker player work for red black. That's the most arbitrary thing I've ever heard. So you assign black to the banker and red to the player and vice versa. Okay, great, whatever. My concern with this person is I've a lot of interaction, communication, back and forth, conversation, etc. with this person, and you can go watch. They have a lot of content, and they have a lot of. They actually produce products. You know, you can go try them out if you want to. I have nothing against. I guess I don't know. I've never tried it out myself. I do have some of some trusted opinions that would not advise using these products, but that this person puts out. Um, but anyway, I have a history with this person, and my observation is this person's mind, for lack of a better term, kind of like a crackhead. He kind of seems like a crackhead. He just sort of like teleports to the future, going a little too fast, right? So I was just trying to ask in a nice way, a very objective way, like, could you explain? Maybe your mind really moves that fast, and we can't keep up with it. Can you explain why it seems like you're a crackhead? And he says, well, then he says, what happened to playing roulette? He got bored because I wasn't playing roulette live. And then he says, oh, do you know Batman? You're the Riddler, because he kind of got the sense that, the Riddler thing and me talking and, saying that Gold Robot talks in riddles, that kind of trolls me a little bit. So he's just going to do that and send whatever this stupid ass emoji is that pisses everyone off. No one's ever sent this emoji to somebody thinking, oh, they're going to like to see this. Ever. This is the I'm a dickhead emoji. So, yeah, you should go download all of his products. Anyway. So there's your verses. So this is like everything in one. Like this is your verses series, talking about content. I'm talking about philosophy, I guess, of probability, and I'm showing you tactics. I'm showing you mechanics of betting amounts. I'm sorry that it was basically hidden. It's like a needle in a haystack. But okay, that's the way I've always been. It's the way this is. Like one day it'll be different. We have people, a team, working on a commercial release of some software that I'm producing, etc. And then there'll be a very straightforward tutorial on how to use that software, and it would be very great. But this is, like I said, phase 4. It's a little bit different because of this bet transfer, transferring locations. I definitely don't have that programmed into the machine yet. So will I? I don't know. Is there, why would I? I mean, it's actually pretty easy to do it solo. So like, I might just be doing it solo, playing live, making some money for myself. Seeing where that goes. That might be so. Phase 4 is like, I'm just kind of seeing where this goes. That's phase 4. So, if you're, uh, you know, sentient, at this point. Oh my god. So sorry. But that's your promo code. Huge belch. That's your promo code. Put it in the Game Lab Discord server. Get yourself a free trial of the machine and one-on-one session, training session with me on how to use the machine, and get you chip you up a little bit. I'm sorry the machine doesn't rip like I just showed you. You're not gonna make $8 in 4 minutes with virtually no risk. That's not gonna happen with the machine. But yeah, maybe you have $20,000 in your bankroll and your base unit can be fucking $10. We can chip you up a couple $100, in 30 minutes. That's no problem, and it will be very very little risk. Now it's going to take you 30 minutes. So there's your risk. There's your trade-off. It's going to require the patience, and it's going to feel like a waste of time. Blah blah blah. Get some patience. I don't know. I'm signing off. I need a new sign off. I don't need to thank you